Hello my sweet bookish friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a new video and welcome to a new beautiful day. Today I have some fun things planned because I have a handful of packages right here to open that is all bookish mail. And then I also really wanted to try and go book thrifting this week. I'm not necessarily on a book buying ban, but I'm definitely on like a book budget at the moment. And I think it would just be fun to kind of go to all of my local thrift stores and see what they have. I've been able to find some good titles before, so I'm hoping that now that it's fall, you know, the seasons change, maybe people are cleaning out their, I almost said closets. My brain is really just, it's not working today. It's on low function mode. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I feel like every time the seasons change, I do like a deep cleaning where I get rid of like a bunch of my stuff. I haven't gotten rid of I literally can't talk either. I haven't gotten rid of a lot of books recently because earlier this year I set like rules for myself where I can only buy books if they're like 4 or 5 star predictions, continuations of series that I'm already enjoying, or if they're from authors that I really enjoy. So I haven't been buying any books that I haven't liked really this year. So yeah, I don't know, just wanted to kind of browse around the local thrift stores to see what they had. But first order of business is my bookish mail. I did have a credit from Pango books, so a lot of these are from there. And then I think one of these is actually a book that one of you guys sent me. So I'm excited to see that. After this little book haul in this like book thrifting session, I think I might go on a book buying ban for a little bit because I have like 130 or something books on my physical TBR and I just do not need to be collecting anymore. So I'm gonna enjoy this book haul and book shopping while I can. So first package is from Pango Books. I ordered a lot of these probably a couple weeks ago now, but I've just been waiting to open them for this video. So I kind of like forgot what I ordered. Now opening them, I'm getting so excited again. So the first one that I got is Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I haven't read any of Brandon Sanderson's like adult novels. I tried to read his Skyward series and I read the first book and didn't really love it, so I didn't continue the series. But everybody that I know that has read this has told me that I would love this book. I wanted to get it earlier this year, but I don't think they had the paperback out yet. And then I saw it on Pango, so ordered that one. This is an adult fantasy and there's a shorter synopsis on the back, so I'm just gonna read that. But it says, the only life Tress has known on her island home in an emerald green ocean has been a simple one, with the simple pleasures of collecting cups brought by sailors from faraway lands and listening to stories told by her friend Charlie. But when his father takes him on a voyage to find a bride and disaster strikes, Tress must stow away on a ship and seek the sorceress of the deadly midnight sea. Amid the spore oceans where pirates abound, can Tress leave her simple life behind and make her own place sailing a sea where a single drop of water can mean instant death? That sounds a little crazy. Honestly, I didn't really remember what the synopsis was or like what this book was about. All I've heard that it's just like very, not like super cozy, but it's just very like magical, and I've been really in the mood for something like that. And I love books that are set like at sea, and I oddly enough think this would be a fun read for fall as well. So that's the first book I got. And then the next book, this is actually from my friend Alexa. She just did like a big book on haul, and I'll actually either link her video below or put like a screenshot up here. But I got this one from her off of Pango Books. I think the packaging of this is so cute. The next time I do like a book unhaul and I start selling books on Pango, I'm gonna get cute packaging like this. I actually know which one this is because I recently got it on Pango. Oh, she added cute little stickers and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. She put in these cute little stickers. Oh, I love the butterflies. So the next book that I got is Wild About You. This is I think it's a YA romance. Two total opposites, one race through the great outdoors. The trail to true love doesn't come with a map. I obviously am a big like outdoorsy person, so when I saw that this was like an outdoorsy themed romance book, instant buy. Instant buy. Natalie Hart has always been loud, unfiltered, and apologetically herself, but then comes her freshman year of college when she loses her merit scholarship and gains one pesky little anxiety diagnosis. Hesitant to take out more student loans, Natalie decides to shoot her shot and applies to appear on Wild Adventures, a popular outdoorsy reality show. Sure, Natalie prefers her 12-step skincare routine to roughing it on the Appalachian Trail while competing in challenges against other college kids, but that scholarship prize money is calling her name. Enter Finn Markham, her randomly assigned capital O outdoorsy teammate, whose growl could rival a black bear's. These partners have more friction than a new pair of hiking boots, or is it flirtation? Turns out falling in love might be the biggest risk of all. I'm so excited for this. You have like no idea how excited I am for this. I'm trying not to have too high of expectations though, but just the synopsis sounds so fun. And I've been looking for more like outdoorsy themed books, so I think this is gonna be a really good one. And I feel like I actually might read this soon-ish because especially after my backpacking and hiking trip that I recently went on, that I filmed a like 24-hour reading vlog for, I've been so sad because the weather is cold now and this is kind of like the end of my outdoorsy time for the year, and it's just making me sad. So I think I'm gonna read this when I'm like feeling very like nostalgic about being outdoors. Okay, next package that we have, this is also one from Pango. These scissors also are not the best. They're very tiny and not very sharp. I don't want to rip the book. So I already read this book, but I ordered The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I read this one in my outdoorsy reading vlog, and I ended up rating it like a 3.75 4-star. I didn't know where I really ended up. It's still in my brain between a 3.75 and a 4-star, but I don't have any Frida McFadden like physical books because they're on Kindle Unlimited, and that's how I read them mostly. But I love Frida McFadden books so much, so I wanted to get the physical copy of it and start building up my physical collection of her books. This is also her newest thriller release. It wasn't my favorite until like the huge twist at the end, but I still enjoy it. I feel like I just eat up every Frida McFadden book, so it was still a good time. Okay, my next package is also from Pango Books. This is so fun. It's kind of like Christmas. What is it? Oh, I'm so excited for this one. Although this is probably a read for next year, but I wanted to get it literally all of this year, but just never got around to it. But that is The Summer of Yes by Courtney Walsh. And the little synopsis says this wasn't how Kelsey's day was supposed to go. She wasn't supposed to be picking up Starbucks for her smarmy boss. She wasn't supposed to get hit by a car that jumped the curb. Oh. And she certainly wasn't supposed to wake up in a hospital room next to Georgina Tate, the legendary matriarch of New York City businesswoman. I literally cannot form words today. Kelsey and Georgina couldn't be more opposite. Kelsey's a dreamer, a writer who questions her own skill, and Georgina is a confident businesswoman whose years of shouldering her way into boardrooms and making her voice heard have made her far too outspoken for the faint of heart. But now when Georgina's failing kidneys force her to face some big regrets about the way she's lived her life, the two women recognize they share a common thread. Maybe it's time to confront a few things. They must ask themselves, what if I said yes to everything I've always said no to? With Georgina as her companion, Kelsey soon finds herself doing things she's never done before. Eating street food, swimming in the ocean, matchmaking for Georgina with the help of Georgina's handsome son, and writing her own romance both in book form and in real life. So begins The Summer of Yes. This just sounds so cute. And I actually really love the cover. The sunset is gorgeous. The girls in the car. So fun. This would definitely be a really fun summer read, or if I'm feeling very depresso espresso from the winter time, maybe I'll pick that one up. Okay, the next one is also a package that I actually already read and one that I already opened, but I put it back in the box just for effect for this video. But that is Spells for Forgetting. I also read this one in my 24-hour reading vlog, like in the mountains, when I went on my backpacking trip. And this one I ended up rating 3 stars, but I think I want to reread it again maybe in a couple months because I don't know, I think it just wasn't hitting for me at this point in time. Because the story itself, I feel like is one that I would really like, and during the read, like I could acknowledge it was a good book, but for some reason I just didn't get like that feeling of like really liking it, you know? I don't know, it's a really weird reading experience, but I'm still gonna keep it because I love, first of all, the cover. This book is just beautiful, and I want to put it next to my June Farrow book. And yeah, I do want to reread it at some point. And then my next package, also from Pango Books, I don't want to cut the book. This is actually terrifying. Almost ripped it. I honestly have no idea what this is, but I ordered it, so I should know what it is. What is this? Oh, I know what this is. This is also a book that I've already read, but again, one where I have the rest of the series, but I didn't have the last book. Oh, she left a bookmark in it. So this one is The Housemaid is Watching. I have the first and second books on my shelf, and I've actually read this book already, but I wanted to have the whole complete like physical series. And this is the third book in the Housemaid trilogy by Frida McFadden. I love this book series so much. This is one of my favorite like thriller series. The third book wasn't my favorite. I will say I liked the first and second ones better. The first one is my favorite, the second one is my second favorite, and the third one is my third favorite. I feel like thriller series are just kind of weird sometimes. Like they have to be done a specific way or else they just don't work, but this one was good. I really enjoyed this one. Yeah, again, just wanted the physical copy. My next one is one that actually one of you guys sent me, so I'm very excited to open that. I have my Amazon wish list linked down below in every video. So happy right now. It's actually so funny that one of you guys sent me this because I think in the video that I filmed reading this video, the video that I filmed reading this book, in that video I was like, this is linked in my Amazon wishlist down below if anybody wants to get it for me. Like totally joking, but also kind of not. And one of you guys got it for me. I really appreciate you. So this is from Liz Reads 15. She said, saw you mention how much you love this book. Aww, I do. I really do love this book. Well, thank you, Liz. I really appreciate you. This was the sweetest thing to unpackage right now. I gave this book 5 stars. It is definitely one of my new favorite cozy fantasy reads, like of all time. The vibes of it Throughout this entire book, it just follows Keela as she opens up to this community. She finds love because she's always been very introverted. She's been working in the library by herself for a long time. She's very socially awkward. So I loved these characters so much. I loved character development. I loved the whole vibes of it. It was very much hitting on like the importance of community and like found family. And I just loved it so much. And then my last package that we have is also from Pango Books. And that is The Lost Bookshop. This one I actually started reading on my Kindle a long time ago, and then I had to like read other videos for, if I say read other videos one more time, I had to read other books for other videos, and I just put this one on hold, but I do really want to go back to it because I was really enjoying it. And because I was really enjoying it, I got the physical copy. And the little synopsis on the back says, for too long, Opaline, Martha, and Henry have been the side characters in their own lives. But when a vanishing bookshop casts its spell, these three unsuspecting strangers will discover that their own stories are every bit as extraordinary as the ones found in the pages of their beloved books. By unlocking the secrets of the shelves, they find themselves transported to a world of wonder where nothing is as it seems. This one, so far from what I've read, it's very magical. I love the vibes of it. The characters are really sweet, and I'm just really excited to actually like read through this book. But anyway, guys, that is my little book unboxing haul. And now I'm gonna put these on my shelves, and then we are going to go book thrifting. I didn't think about that. I did not. So here's the thing. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around because I do not have enough room to put these on my shelves right now. I have these like dedicated shelves. Like this is my new purchases and things, and this is my fantasy shelf, and this is another fantasy shelf. So I might just have to not have them be dedicated display shelves and actually just start filling them with books. I just got to Half Price Books. I don't know if you can see the little sign in the background. And there's a child screaming. What is happening? That's scary. Anyway, yeah, I just got to Half Price Books. I don't necessarily have anything like specific on my list of like things I'm looking for. I of course like have my TBR that I'm going to be pulling from and getting ideas from, but there isn't like anything specific I'm wanting. I have noticed though that lately my favorite books, like my 5-star books, have been kind of like in the cozy fantasy genre, or they're more like literary fiction books with some kind of like magical or like extra element, because I really do like lit fic books, but I feel like sometimes I can get kind of bored with them sometimes, and I just need something like a little extra, like a little oomph added into them. So also just looking for anything that's kind of like that. I'm meeting bestie Eve here, and I actually literally think she just pulled up right behind me, so we're gonna go in and see what we can find. Hello friends, I'm back home now, and while I was out I ended up getting 4 more books, except for one of them I don't think is technically thrifted because I got it at Half Price Books, and I believe it was like a new book, because in one of their little front sections there's like new books and like new releases and whatnot. So that one that I picked up is Can't Spell Treason Without T. This one is on my fall TBR. To be honest, I don't think I love sprayed edges, especially when they're just kind of like one color like this. I feel like it gets kind of distracting, oddly enough. But this is an adult cozy fantasy, and for some reason I've just been like really into cozy fantasy lately. Just like the cute, quirky, wholesome books that are kind of written like literary fiction, but they have some kind of like magical fun element to them. So been loving that, and I have had my eye on this for a while, so I decided to just pick it up. I didn't find anything at Savers, which was I think the second store that I went to. Maybe it was the last one. I didn't find anything there, so the rest of them are either from Half Price Books or the first one that I went to. So the other 2 that I got at Half Price Books are Nettle and Bone and The Night Circus. I read Erin Morgenstern's other book that started Starless Sea not too long ago. It was in my Barnes & Noble like employees or booksellers, I think, pick my, or was it control my reads for a week? Whatever video that was where I read The Starless Sea. I ended up giving it like a 3.75 4-star, and I've heard that this one is better depending on like which one you read first, but I feel like I might enjoy this one better just because it's not as like confusing, I guess. This is an adult, it's like fantasy and I think like literary fiction or something, but it's supposed to have really good like fall and winter vibes. And I did love Erin Morgenstern's writing in The Starless Sea, so I'm very excited to kind of like dabble back into that. And then Nettle and Bone is, I think, an adult fantasy. I've heard it's very like kind of gothic-y, I want to say. A little bit eerie, but I think also very like wholesome. One of the blurbs on the back says the kind of book that immediately feels like an old friend. So I think that that's a really cute way to describe this book, and that made me even more excited for it. And then I found A Court of Wings and Ruin for $2 at one of the thrift stores. So this was a steal, and it's like in brand new condition, so I don't know how that happened, but very cool. I think it might be the European version though, because A, it doesn't have like American dollars on it, and B, I think this is like smaller than the US books, like size wise. I don't know, but I'm on this book now. I've only read the first and second book, so I'm on the third book now, and my wait on Libby for the audiobook is still a couple weeks away, so I thought it would be fun to just kind of start the physical copy of this, because this is going to probably take me a while to read. But yeah, that was a fun little day of like book shopping and thrifting. I think for the rest of the day, I'm just going to get cozy and read. This is technically the first day of me being a full-time content creator, so I'm just going to enjoy the day and read and celebrate the fact that I'm now self-employed. So crazy for me to be saying that. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day and that you get cozied up and get to read some of your books as well. And I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.